Okay, we know what the first-round playoff matchups are for the Knicks and Nets, and we know who will play in the Eastern Conference play-in games. But for our NBA sports bettors out there, what are the best bets when it comes to these series and games? It's time for another edition of Hitting the Books. Joining me is the lead basketball analyst from SportsGrid and host of Betting Above the Rim, my guy, James Young. James, how you doing?
Good to be on with you, Dexter. Listen, this is the fun time at NBA. We don't got to worry about no game management, guys sitting out, Mavs tanking games, getting in trouble. Now this is when the real fun begins in the NBA season.
I agree. It's when the real fun's begin. One of my favorite times of year. Playoffs right around the corner. Can't wait. So let's start with the Knicks here. The Knicks, they're going to battle the Cavs in the first round. And the Cavs, they're the betting favorites here, despite the Knicks winning 3 out of 4 games to win the season series. How much is Julius Randle's health impacting these odds? And what's the best bet in your eyes when it comes to this first round matchup?
I think Julius Randle's health is going to be of importance. Ankle injuries are something you don't come back from easily, so he may be compromised. What has been good about the Randle injury is, just like last year, we got to see Obi Toppin play a lot more down the stretch with extended minutes. What Obi does is he sprints the floor. He's great in transition, so he pushes defenses down, which then allows transition takes by some of the guard play. I do think this is going to be, let's be honest, this is going to be the best series of the first round in the NBA playoffs. No doubt about it. And listen, you could say it's my Knick fandom here. I think the Knicks are the better team. I think the play, especially down the stretch of Quickly, of Grimes, of Obi, I think those guys are going to be the difference, because I also think they have enough guys to slow down Donovan Mitchell. The Knicks have better depth. They have the better coaching advantage. Best bet for me, flat out, take the Knicks to win the series at plus 180 right now on FanDuel. I think the Knicks win it. It's probably going to be a 6 or 7 game series. I'm not afraid of the Knicks going on the road and winning games in Cleveland. They've done it during the regular season, and they're one of the best road teams in the NBA this season.
All right. You just made a lot of Knicks fans and people who were thinking about betting on the Knicks really happy. James Young telling you guys, put the money down on the Knicks to win the series. All right. Moving on from the Knicks, James, we're going to talk about the Nets. They're going to battle the Sixers in a matchup that probably would have been a lot more interesting if Ben Simmons was playing. However, Philly opens up as a massive favorite here. I saw opening odds for Philly to win the series as much as minus 900, and the Nets plus 600 to win the series. The series spread is 76ers minus 2.5, but there's a lot of juice there. So is playing the spread here the way to go, or should bettors go another way and look at exact game prices when it comes to this series?
I think you're better off going with exact game prices, because if you do like Philadelphia, and I like them in a shortened series, 4 to 5 games, the problem is, bro, is at minus 2.5, at over minus 150, I'm thinking about 160, 170, there isn't a lot of value, too much juice on it. So here's the way to play it. How about taking the Sixers to win in 5 games? If you can go with a total of 5 games for the series, that is plus 165. I do think that the Nets find a way to steal one. They lose in 5 games, plus 165. If you want to put less of a unit, maybe go 2 units to go 5 games at plus 165, 4 games at plus 240. That is the best way to do it. I think Brooklyn steals 1. I do think it goes 5 games, Philly wins.
All right, some value on Philly winning in 5 games there. Let's look at the play-in, Eastern Conference play-in matchups. The Hawks, they will host the Heat on Tuesday, and the Raptors, they host the Bulls on Wednesday. Can either of the road underdogs win, and how are you betting these matchups?
Well, I do like the Heat minus the points. They're about minus 5 right now. I think Miami is one of these teams that it's the culture. It's Riley. It's Spoelstra. It's Jimmy Buckets. It's Bam Adebayo. It is these guys that have done it, Dexter, time after time after time. Versus an Atlanta team, let's be honest, new coach at Quinn Snyder. The DeJounte Murray, Trae Young thing hasn't worked the way people thought it would. And let's be honest, besides that run that Trae Young had in the 2021 playoffs, he has not been that dude since then. I love Miami minus the points. The road team I do love, I actually like Chicago. Here is why. Toronto did something interesting. They went all in. They kept Van Vliet. They kept Gary Trent Jr. when their guys are starting to become free agents. And then they turned around, and OG Anunoby, not happy with his playing time, they kept him, brought in Jakob Poeltl. The problem here, Dexter, is I think they've tuned out Nick Nurse. They had opportunities down the stretch to win some games, got beat up bad by Boston, I do believe twice, when they could have moved up in the seedings. I am going to bank myself on DeMar DeRozan, who has had a really rough season against Toronto. He breaks out. Give me the Chicago Bulls plus the points in Toronto. I'm going to sprinkle them on the money line for them to get the win.
All right, you got the Heat winning and Bulls plus the points in Toronto for the Eastern Conference play-in. That is James Young, lead basketball analyst from SportsGrid, host of Betting Above the Rim. James, great insight. Playoff time is almost here. A lot of good bets to come. Can't wait to talk to you some more about it.
Hey, you know, when we're ready to run it back, I'll be there, bro.
All right, appreciate you, James. Thank you, man.
Thank you.